Hey, welcome to my channel. My name's Sarah and I do messages from spirit just to give you words of encouragement to help you keep going strong, to help you keep, believing in yourself and in your path, right? Because I know life's challenging. I feel like we all need sometimes to just boost that extra guidance, that extra, just, hey, yeah, you can do this, right? To keep ourselves going strong. And that's why I show up and do these messages is to help you out in any way that I can. Sharing, you'll probably find different videos too of me just sharing my knowledge, my experiences, just anything I can do to help you keep rising above life's challenges and making your life all that you want it to be. So let's get started. I have a deck here. Let me find it real fast. It's like messages from spirit. Let me see. Yep, spirit messages. That's what it is. Let's get started with this. We'll see what comes out for our highest good. Let's see what it is that we need to know for today. What do we get here? Make today your new beginning. Try to leave any past mistakes in the past. Don't allow them to weigh you down any longer. Move forward today with the confidence and knowing that you have better and brighter days ahead. So I feel like part of this is like reminding you to step off that wheel, right? It's easy when we look at things that have disappointed us, mistakes we've made, things that didn't work out, and we repeat those patterns because we're a lot of times having the same thoughts and the same beliefs about something, and it's causing us to kind of remain stagnant. And Spirit's like, just kind of draw that line in the sand and make today your fresh start. Just completely take a fresh approach to your life, to the way you're looking at, the way you're seeing things, the way you're thinking about things, right? Leave what didn't work in the past, right? Don't take that with you, because if it didn't work, it just didn't work, right? And you learned from that, and take those lessons. Be like, sometimes it's good to just remind yourself of, okay, what is it that didn't work out? What was my mindset about it? How was I seeing it? Okay, I did this, and this produced this result. That wasn't what I was looking for. Okay, now I know better. I've learned from this, right? So, it gives me an advantage. Look at it like that way, right? So you can keep moving forward and making that progress. Let's see what other messages they have for us for today. I have got to go retrieve that. That just went flying. Alright, I'm going to try to be careful here and not. Alright. What do we get here? Slow down and take your time. There is no need to rush. Everything you are already doing, you are already doing your part. Trust that what belongs in your life is already making its way towards you in divine timing. So be thoughtful about the actions that you're taking, what you're sending your energy into. Make sure you're focused and you have intention set, right? You have that clear direction that you are moving in. A lot of times when we're trying to make something happen, we're doing this and that, and we're thinking we've got to put all this effort in, and we're just sometimes causing ourselves more struggle by, like, sometimes we give ourselves tasks that we really don't need to do, or we make something out to be like more complicated than it needs to be, that type of thing. So I feel like Spirit's saying just keep it simple. Know that you're doing enough, whatever you're doing, right? And just make that progress. Make that progress and know that what is yours will, come into your life. We've also got, instead of pushing yourself so hard, stop, breathe, and reevaluate. You are doing enough, even if it doesn't feel like it. Don't wear yourself out to the point of exhaustion. It's not worth it. Balance your time more wisely. So that's just backing up what the previous card basically said. If you feel like you're wearing down, like it's just not working, whatever you're trying to make happen, reevaluate it. Instead of pushing yourself to do more, to be more, all that, just simply look at it and say, okay, write it out and look at it and say, okay, what is it that I'm doing that's producing this result? Is this a result I want? No. Okay, then I need to stop doing this and maybe try this a different way, right? Be thoughtful about what you're sending your energy into. Get things outside of yourself if you need to, right? So you can look at it more objectively and get yourself going, you know, sending your energy where it needs to be, where it'll be, you know, you get the result that you want. Where you are right now is where you're supposed to be. Don't compare yourself to others. That only adds pressure. Take each day as it comes and for what it is. You are a better person than you were yesterday. Growth isn't easy, but you've got this. So maybe like you have been just wearing yourself out, right? We all do this from time to time. We push too hard. We go, you know, we overwhelm ourselves with all these different things, and it's just like, stop. Like, sometimes when the harder we push to make it to the finish line, the more we just actually move away from it and slow ourselves down. So just know that your best is good enough, right? You're doing, you know, you're just doing the best you can, and that's absolutely fine. It's always going to look different from day to day, right? Maybe your circumstances are ideal, maybe you're fed up, maybe you're exhausted, right? I completely understand that one. But don't start looking at other people and their results and be like, well, I should already be there. Like, this is taking me too long, right? I should have the success they have. Because that's weighing you down, and that's slowing you down. And Spirit's like, you could get so much farther faster if you just be more tactical about your approach to what you're doing, to what you're making happen. To staying focused on what really counts. Just know that growth, like I said, growth just takes time. It just does. Be patient with yourself. You are feeling somewhat confused by the events that are unfolding around you and the various seemingly contradictory information that are coming your way. Trust your instincts and do what they are telling you to do, and you will learn a lot about yourself and the direction you want to take your life. You know, sometimes we get this feeling of like tug of war between what we want, where we're at. Like, sometimes we're moving forward and it feels good and we're like, okay, I got this. And then all of a sudden it feels like things are at a standstill again, or like it's not working out. Like, we're trying to make this happen. We're making progress. We're doing the best we can do. And then we're faced with more challenges, and it gets disheartening, doesn't it? That's why Spirit's saying you need to go within and trust what you're feeling. You know, you're a spiritual being. Tap into that. Tap into the feeling you have. Keep your vibration high. Listen to your heart and your gut. Where is it leading you, right? And when you trust that, you're going to grow. You're going to become more aware of yourself. Like this card says, you'll learn a lot about yourself and the direction you want to take your life. Maybe you're going to discover your purpose too along the way. Maybe that's the key to it, is just slowing yourself down and getting more in touch with who you are as well, right? Stop trying to do it everybody else's way too, is what I feel like telling you. Don't, you know, it's easy, you know, people give you advice and they say do this and, you know, it'll all work out, it'll be this, and sometimes we just gotta put our own spin on it. Sometimes we gotta try it and say, okay, maybe that didn't work, all right, let me reevaluate, let me try a different way, let me put, you know, I've also learned this, let me add it to what this person told me and tweak it and see if it works, right, and keep going, right? The whole key is to just figure out, always look at what, you know, when you look at your mistakes and the things that didn't work out, look at it and take it as a lesson to not repeat that again, and that'll help you keep, you know, not repeating those same patterns and actually making progress in the direction that you want to go. So I hope that brings you some clarity. I'm gonna go over here to the magical unicorns too, because that's what I'm feeling. Let's see what wants to come out of there. All right, here we go. For highest good, what is it that we need to know for today? What just flipped? Pure intention, find clarity, surrender your ego. Maybe you're thinking too much about things too. That may be part of our problem. What Spirit's trying to get through to us here, huh? And it just, you know, it happens from time to time. We get too up in our heads. That pure intention. What feels aligned with you? What do you feel just in your heart? This is what you're supposed to be doing. Forget logic. Forget, you know, the way other people would see you if you did this thing, right? And what they would think and all that. Find that clarity within. Listen to your higher self, that higher guidance. Let your mind just go. Let it completely go. There's a lot your mind can't grasp. So get in touch with your spiritual side, and I feel like you really know what direction you are meant to head in. You'll be a lot happier. You'll find a lot more fulfillment. What other messages do you have for us for today? Our highest good. I am presence. Expand your stellar gateway. I am that I am. I feel like this card right now is giving off the energy of just be who you are. Tap in to who you are. Take some time every day to get to know yourself, to sit with yourself, and just to fill into your spiritual presence. Brings about a lot of healing too when you do that. Manifest your dreams, focus your vision, seek satisfaction and contentment. I feel like this card speaks to of knowing which direction you're headed in. Taking the time, especially with those other cards we got, of slowing down and really getting clear on that, what your dreams look like, if your life was the way you wanted it to be in all areas of your life, what would that look like? Don't worry about how to make it happen. Don't worry about if it's possible. As long as you know what that looks like for you and what makes you happy, and you're satisfied and you're happy just knowing that's in your heart and you have that vision, it will unfold as it should. Cocoon of white light, rest in perfect love, understands oneness. I feel like this is, right now this card is speaking of you're not alone in doing this. You have a whole spiritual team on your side, as well as people down here to help you. And the best thing to do is to acknowledge that, to be at peace with that, to keep acknowledging that, so you don't get so frustrated when things start appearing like they're not going, right, or you got another setback came up, and before you just quit and throw in the towel, so to speak, to rest assured that they've got you, that they have you, right? Understand oneness. Like, I feel like that's part of speaking to, letting other people help you, letting other people guide you, accepting that help that maybe you need, right? Not being so quick to push it away. Okay, so these ones come out too. We also got create your vision, do what makes your heart sing. You are being nudged, for they really want you to do what really does make you happy. Cosmic Pearl, expand your psychic gifts, open the gates to the angelic realms. Again, I feel like this card is very strongly speaking to getting in touch with that spiritual side, going beyond what's going down here on earth and the things our physical senses can pick up on, and really coming home to who we are and tapping into that, and tapping into that inner knowing, and really trusting in that, trusting in ourselves, trusting in spirit to keep guiding us, right? Understand what makes sense for you isn't going to make sense to somebody else. They're probably not going to get it, because your messages are your messages. Your path is your path. You are you. We're all very different for a reason, right? That's why it's important too not to compare yourself to others. Okay, whoops. I was hearing to go to Mystical Journey, so I'm going to go over there. And we'll see what comes out. Alright. Here we go. Keep seeking that higher guidance is what I'm feeling. Alright. We got resilience. We've got connection. And we got rites of passage. So instead of reading from the book, especially since we got a few different cards here, I'm just going to tell you, and this is what I'm picking up on resilience. You've already gone through a lot, right? You're still standing. I know it's hard. I know sometimes, if you're like me and you're like, yeah, I've overcome all this stuff, but I'm not where I want to be, and it's frustrating, and you don't see yourself being very resilient, you are. You need to acknowledge that. Stop looking at what hasn't gone right, what isn't going right, because that's keeping you stuck in cycles. That's keeping you from overcoming these challenges, right? Our mindset is the biggest asset we really truly have, and it makes a world of difference whether we succeed or whether we just stay where we're at, basically, right? So like I've been saying throughout this reading, don't just look at your past mistakes and keep dwelling on it and feeling, upset by it and like, okay, well, I've always done, it's always been this way and all that. Take the lessons you need to from it and say, okay, I'm gonna do it differently this time. Lately, what's been coming up for me is like when I think I can't do something and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is just, I wouldn't be able to make this happen and all that. I look back and I realize, some things I've already achieved that I never thought I would do, but I made it happen, and there is a lot of resilience in you. You have a lot of power. It's easy to underestimate ourselves, but look at what you've been through. Look how you've come on the other side of it. Look at the growth you've already achieved, right? You have that power to bounce back. Connection, whatever you do, keep deepening that connection with yourself and those you resonate with, those who are in alignment with you, right? Those that can help you on your journey and help you, create the results that you want, that are there to lift you up and support you, right? Family, friends, everybody, right? Just keep building those connections. Those are so, so important. And I feel like that'll help you be more resilient too. And rites of passage, it is time to move forward. It is time to step it up in your life and take it to the next chapter and stop waiting for that perfect moment. Stop waiting until you feel ready and just allow it to unfold for you. Don't worry about when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen. What I'm getting off this reading is just focus on your own growth, on not repeating those patterns, on just becoming the best version of yourself. And as you make your way forward, that progress, no matter how slow it may be, don't worry about the passage of time too and how it's happening and all this stuff, right? Just as long as you're focused on pure intentions and just giving it all you've got, doing the best you can do, you have that direction for your life, you have that vision, and you're moving forward, that new chapter in your life will start. You will find, yourself really moving forward by leaps and bounds. So I hope all these messages help you to keep going strong, to keep believing in yourself and knowing that even in the most challenging times, you've still got this. So thank you so much for being here with me, and have a beautiful rest of your day.